Racer Radio on AM 1170 The Answer is sponsored by Love Radio Network. This is Racer Radio on AM 1170 The Answer. If it's a car, motorcycle, boat, or anything else with an engine in San Diego, it's on Racer Radio. Now, here's your host, Dave Stahl.
All right, folks. Hey, welcome back. This is Racer Radio, brought to you by San Diego Carburetor and Fuel Injection. We also got Michele Spencer in the house.
Hey.
This segment is being also sponsored by Barona Speedway. If you've never been out to the Barona Circle Track, you have missed out. This is what I call racing from the 50s. Family-oriented, tons of fun. Park anywhere you want, camp out if you like, and see one of the fastest tracks in San Diego County. In fact, probably the only one now that I think about it.
I think so, too.
But Dirt Dude and the team do a phenomenal job.
Yes, they do.
And they just held a celebrity race a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we've got Tabitha on the line. She was one of the drivers. Tabitha, how are you today?
Hey, guys. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Excellent. So, was this your first experience behind the wheel?
You know, I went out there when they first redid the track, and I did a story with them, and they let me go into one of their the cars and kind of play with it on the dirt. But I will tell you, I was a little anxious in it because it wasn't my car, so I wasn't really going fast in it, and I didn't want anything to happen to the car. So this is my first time, like, really being allowed to go, you know, as fast as I wanted to without worry about wrecking the car. They said if I wrecked the car, it was totally fine.
Well, yeah. And you came in second place behind Chris Boyer.
I did, but they gave me the first place trophy, so it was a weird thing for me to have to, like...
No, dear, you totally deserve the first place trophy because Chris Boyer is a ringer. I mean, he holds... have you ever heard of Miramar Speed Circuit?
Yeah.
He goes there every single Wednesday and brings radio listeners that sign up, and he races every single Wednesday. And he's been doing that. Plus, he used to race at Cajon Speedway. So, no, he's got creds. I actually was I didn't really want him to be able to run with you guys because I thought the celebrities should run with the celebrities, and that way it would be an even playing field. And they said, well, we're going to put him on the back. I said, that's not going to make any difference. So that's why you got the first place trophy. So carry it proudly.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I felt kind of weird about it because, like, I didn't really win, but this is what I got.
Yeah. So, like most television personalities that do this, they usually get the bug.
The bug. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can see why. It's tons of fun.
Yeah. So are you maybe thinking about creeping out there on a monthly or weekly basis and play?
You know, I would love to go out as often as they would have me. I find myself picking up rather expensive hobbies here and there. I'm a scuba diver, and that's already kind of an
yeah.
So having a race car is going to be up there as well.
Well, don't you work at Fox TV?
You work in radio, I work in TV. People have this, I think, idea that it's really glamorous and we make good money, but it's not the good old days anymore.
No, you're not. No. You haven't finished. See, I'm on KUSI, so I totally get what you're coming from. You need to get Fox to write a check to sponsor your car and have you out there whenever that series runs. So you need to go to management and with your first place trophy, I might add, slam it on the desk and look at the boss and said, hey, let's make the station a star.
So they actually sent me a picture of the car before I went out there, and it was fabulous. You saw it. It had the nice Fox 5 the logo on it. It was fantastic. So I take that picture and I text it to my boss, and I'm like, hey, check out the car. He called me immediately, and the first two things out of his mouth were, how fast can that car go, and who gave you permission to use that logo?
Oh, I hate to say it, but when I seen it, I went, because, and that's so stupid too. Come on, you're at a local dirt track, you're out having fun. Free publicity for the station. Hey, here's the next challenge. You know Nick Miles?
Yes.
I know you can beat him.
You think so?
Oh, he's too short. He can't even reach the pedals.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, Nick is a great. Nick and I, we're on press events all the time. He's just a total hoot. I love him to death. But yeah, so
Now tell us about the car. What car did they have you in?
yeah, you're in a Honda, right?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, they basically said that it was one of those cars that got repossessed and never picked up. So they
Right.
hollowed that sucker out. They made sure it was going to run. They put a little cage in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot say enough good things about the team that put that car together. And, of course, the team that owns the Speedway. That entire family has just been incredible to me and been so gracious to, bring me out there and be a part of it. Everything about the car was fantastic. And so ultimately we did get approval for the big Fox 5 sticker on there. And my boss was just like, please don't kill anyone in that car and please don't die in that car.
Right, exactly. Well, it was kind of my, I've worked with Cajon Speedway back in the day, and we had celebrity races. And so I talked to the Salazars, and I said, dude, you got to get a celebrity race. But what I wanted to do, but they just didn't have enough cars. I think they only had 3. But I wanted to get a car from Fox, 8, 10, 39, and KUSI and have you guys all go out. And why would I do that? Well, because every TV station will give all the publicity in the world to Barona because they don't have the budget to pay for all the stations that I just mentioned. But if we put a celebrity out in 5 cars and take all 5 it would be so huge for the track. It would be amazing. So I'm pushing them and pushing them and pushing them. I try to get them on TV whenever, I have an opportunity or whenever they're doing a race. There's got one coming up, and I can't get them to send me an email so I can hook them up. But I was thrilled to hear that you got a chance to go out and, how many laps did you run?
I think we only did 5 laps, maybe 6, 5 or 6.
So are we hungry now? Are we hungry?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had a great time, and I kind of replayed. I had GoPros going the whole time, and when I think about the race, I got to pass. Clint August passed me almost immediately, and Clint and I are really good friends.
Sure.
We used to work at KCBQ together. He passed me, and I saw him, so then my goal was to pass him, and I felt really good once I did. But then I remember Boyer passing me on lap 2, I think, and in my head, I heard him come around, so I moved over to let him pass almost in a way versus hit me. But if I could go back in time, I would have turned into him.
Thank
to
you.
Keep him from passing me. You replay a race multiple times, right, in your head.
Well, and this was what, your second attempt, first attempt?
It's my first real attempt on a dirt track. I've never raced anything like that before.
Well, we have to introduce you to Brittany Sandoval. She runs one of the little dwarf cars out there. She's a school teacher.
Oh, cool.
And she is just an absolute doll. And when you get out there and hang around her and her pits, she is so infectious, you'll end up with a car. Guaranteed.
Oh, I love people like that. Yeah, I'd love to meet her. Everyone that I met there was just incredibly kind.
Yeah.
They had fun with me. They laughed at my jokes. That's all I really want. People to laugh at my terrible jokes.
Hey, and that's all that counts. But, but that's the way Barona is every night that they race. You go out there, you walk through the pits, you walk through the parking area. Everybody's hooting and hollering. If they're barbecuing and you want to shoot, they'll let you come in. And I always tell people, be careful when you're in the pits because you could end up with a rag or a wrench working on a race car.
No, it's true. And, I was on my way out, and they actually moved the celebrity race up because I'm the one who had to go on air that night.
Right.
I'm a sports anchor and reporter here at Fox 5. So I was kind of waiting. I was like, gosh, if I wait any longer, I'm not going to make it back for my show. So I go and I tell them, I'm sorry, we have to race soon because I got to go. And so we're on our way. We finished the race. I'm about to leave. And Trisha's like, are you hungry? You're about to go on. You're hungry, right? And she takes me up to her trailer and I make a to-go burrito. And it was so good. It was just what I needed before I went on and finished the 10 p.m. news.
And you probably haven't stopped grinning since, right?
Oh, not at all. I had a fantastic time. The burrito was great. The car was great. Fuel was great. No complaints.
Hey, Tabitha, was there any like pre-race intimidation going on between the three of you? You know, did Clint and Boyer come at you and say, "I'm going to get you"? And
You know, Boyer was actually a sweetheart. He's kind of quiet in person. Clint, of course, was talking a lot. So he and I were going back and forth and just making fun of each other a bit because we've kind of got that relationship, almost like a father-daughter thing going on.
Awesome.
But what people actually don't know is the day before, I got smashed from behind on the 5 in my car. Yeah, my car got put in the shop for, I just got it back, actually, about 4 weeks.
Wow.
So I was a little shaken up at the time from that, and I had a minor concussion, which is something I really shouldn't say. But I did have a minor concussion going into the race, so I was a little I just got to, focus on going fast and not hit anyone.
With a concussion, no less. My goodness.
Just a little one. The doctor said it was okay, just not to jolt myself too much.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's
too much.
good.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're so glad you had fun, and I got a sneaky feeling when they do it again, because they are going to do it again. They're still trying to collect up some cars, but once we do it again, I'm sure they'll invite you to come back and get behind the wheel and give them a little girl power.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd always be happy to help them out and just to promote their event. For the listeners, I mean, you are Racer Radio, so people who listen, about it. But I would encourage everyone to tell their friends who don't know about it, because what a fun time to just go out there. Bring your own coolers and your food and watch and just have a nice family atmosphere.
For $12.
For
$12, you cannot beat that kind of event.
You can't.
Isn't that crazy? $12. Parking is free. And everybody thinks, traffic. Once everybody leaves, I mean, most of them stay the night. They camp out. Everybody. So the ones that leave, you get down off the mountain real super simple. I mean, it's really easy.
All right. No, it wasn't a problem getting in and out at all. There were no traffic an hour before races started, I would say.
Wow.
You're lucky I didn't have your email, because I think last Thursday was wear your helmet to work day.
Oh, it was, yeah. Your race helmet or whatever.
And wouldn't you been adorable doing the sports with your helmet on?
That would have been great.
Oh, they would have loved that here at Fox.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they, though?
Yeah. Hey, say hello to Misha DeBono for me. She and I went to the same high school together at Miracosta.
Oh, I absolutely will. She's on tonight.
She's awesome.
Anchoring at Sports. Yeah, she's the best.
All right, you go up and you give her the biggest hug in the world from me, because she used to be on KUSI with me. And I tell you what, you guys scored big time landing that girl. She's the best.
She really is. She's like a mentor to me, too.
Yeah.
Helps with reads. She's
awesome.
We'll post a picture and say hi to you guys.
Awesome.
All right.
Great.
What time are you going to be on tonight?
We are on at 5 o'clock, and then sports more specifically is on right around 5:45, and then 10 o'clock, and sports is on at 10:45.
All right. Well, I'll definitely stay up to watch you this time, now that I've got a fellow racer out there.
Yes, sir.
All right, kiddo. All right, we're going to hit the Dusty Trail. Hey, if people want to follow you and all your exploits, how do they do that?
Yeah, easy enough. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Tabitha Lipkin, and that's spelled with an I, and on Facebook at Tabitha Lipkin Official.
Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather.
Happy trails to you till we meet again. Some trails are happy ones.
Racer Radio on AM 1170 The Answer is sponsored by Love Radio Network.